All right now, you know what I'm saying? What's up, world? You know what I'm saying? This your boy, you know what I'm saying? Adam, God, you know what I'm saying? It's real simple, you know what I'm saying? Add am, you know what I'm saying? Like add yourself, you know what I'm saying? Add love, you know what I'm saying? Add God, you know what I'm saying? Add Christ, add education, add wisdom, add knowledge, add understanding, you know what I'm saying? Make sure it's heavenly, holy, and godly. You know what I'm saying? Don't be bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, this is opportunity for wholeness time, opportunity for prosperity time. Amen. If you need an offering envelope, if you would lift your hands up, the ushers will be glad to give you one.
That's the first thing I want to say, Creflo Dollar. Man, this ain't no job, man, that you got right here. God forgive me. I hope you forgive me, but you know goodness well, man, this ain't no job you got. If you was on Christ's side, you know that. But your name Dollar, you on Dollar side. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna call you no devil or nothing like that or Satan, but you know what dollar stand for. The mark of that beast. And you know what his name is. And you know the only problem we had is in the Garden of Eden. That one lie. You know God don't want you to know. You know what I'm saying? The day that you eat of the tree of good and evil, you'll be as gods, knowing good and evil. You know what I'm saying? That's the only problem I had with the serpent. And that's a regular non-poisonous or a poisonous snake. That's the only problem I had with any animal or beast. Because the cattle, the cows, we pray for the prey. You know what I'm saying? And they the only prey that we eat. Fish, birds, if we can get enough birds, quail, dove, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if people eat them, I wouldn't. But then, you know what I'm saying? People do eat geese and ducks and chickens. You know what I'm saying? We love chicken. You know what I'm saying? Kentucky Fried Chicken. You know what I'm saying? All kinds of shit like that. Popeyes. You know what I'm saying? Ron's Chicken. Church's Chicken. You know what I'm saying? Churches, you know what I'm saying, took over a name of a chicken spot, you know what I'm saying, when it used to be Ron's Chicken. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, man, you know what I'm saying, preaching is not a job, especially after the preachers made war with God, you know what I'm saying, and became brothers against God, a brotherhood against God. You know what I'm saying? Christians, they would have been cool, but Christian is supposed to be a private thing, you know what I'm saying? Hush, hush. You don't supposed to tell family business no matter what family business is. You know what I'm saying? And you don't supposed to be in nobody else's business no way. That's all sin is. Sin ain't going to the club dancing, you know what I'm saying, unless you married, you know what I'm saying? And then you in there talking to other women or talking to other men, you know what I'm saying, when you got a family that you agreed and bought, you know what I'm saying, with a price, $125 to get married, cost you 40,000, 50,000, million to get out, you know what I'm saying. Money the problem, Creflo Dollar. Money y'all's whole problem. Because preachers think this is a job. Adam is the only God we know or got anything to do with. Brigham Young told it, and everybody else that got sense. No add am, mean, add God, add self, add, you know what I'm saying, love, you know what I'm saying, make love is add am, you know what I'm saying. Make love, that make life. God is love. We make love here. You know what I'm saying? We don't make hate, make devils and demons, and then call it, you know what I'm saying, what we need to do. And we don't go to Luke, nothing, to make no money or lie on God. That is 2025 now. You know what I'm saying? And we don't need to hear reruns of you from 10 years ago reruns of TD, The Devil and his snake robbers. We don't need to hear that, man. Y'all took Farrakhan off the air a few years ago when I first came in 2008, and Farrakhan started talking and knowing God was on his side, and he could talk to God and he could see God in the mirror. After I taught him that, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to take your job away from you, man, but shit, you look like somebody could be an engineer or know something about metal or know something about petroleum or something. But I doubt if you do. You don't have time to do that. You studying that Bible to find more stuff to mess up. If you murdered Jesus already, man, and y'all know that, you know what I'm saying? You wear his name because y'all brag on, y'all murdered him and had to hang him up as a snake, you know what I'm saying? As a beast, you know what I'm saying? Because of Moses hung up the serpent as the, beast, you know what I'm saying? So must the Son of Man be lifted up. And you know damn well God didn't mean or intend for his son to come down here and be murdered. You know what I'm saying? Because the scriptures say, he said, I'm going to send my son. I know they'll reverence my son. You know what I'm saying? And they said, look, there's the heir. You know, let us seize him, kill him, and steal his inheritance. You know what I'm saying? That was a long time ago, Creflo. Adam, God, met Enoch and had him as a daddy, man, and walked with him 365 years. I ain't had to do no whole 225. I just split mine up. Every time daddy came, he had a daughter, and that daughter always had me, and it always fell on January 1st. You know what I'm saying? Just always fell on January 1st. You know what I'm saying? But really, man, I ain't trying to compete with y'all, man. I'm just telling the truth. The war really over. You know what I'm saying? Y'all really won. You know what I'm saying? Even the enemy won, because God feeds the wicked, the evil, just like he feed his own children. That's why Jesus told you, I got more children that I have to take care of besides you. You know what I'm saying? And shit. I got heaven and hell to tend to. I got the dead that we baptized for real. You know what I'm saying? With no money. You know what I'm saying? And we got, you know what I'm saying, angels that's just born of God, man. Just simply know that Adam, the father, Eve was the mother, and we don't have a problem with in between and trying to figure it out, because we know the war. And the war was against God and the children of God and those that say they was Christ are the ones against us. So the mask is on everybody. And you really don't know who I am. You see me. I see myself in the mirror. If you recognize me, say something. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't evil, and I ain't come to judge y'all or accuse y'all like y'all do us. I ain't come to condemn you or destroy you. You know what I'm saying? I just don't sit up there and tell no lies and then go to the Bible and read stuff knowing that I just murdered Jesus and shit. I'm taking up money, and that's what he came against. That's why we murdered him the first time. And anybody else come doing the same thing, if you get on that Jesus tip, get on real God, then you stepping on toes. And that's just organized criminals in the church. Right there.
One. I want to look at Luke chapter 6:38 in the King James first, and then in the Mirror translation. Luke chapter 6 and verse 38. He says, "Give and it shall be given unto you." Good.
Now see, every time they ask for money, that's the scriptures they go to. And I said, don't do no repetitive thing. You know, repetitive is praying for the same thing every time you step up and pray and give an offering to God. If you got a problem with a brother or a sister or something, you know what I'm saying, you need to make it up with that brother before you try to, teach somebody something or offer up something from your mouth or your heart, because it ain't no good. You know what I'm saying? Especially You just heard all that, and then you still coming on with that, you know what I'm saying? God said if you give, it'll be good for him, because that's a lie. God ain't say that. Cause God, like I said, I walked with Enoch 365 years. Shit, he was seeing no more. Shit, I left 9:30. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't leave. I just was born again, 9:31. You know what I'm saying? Shit, 1966, I came right back. And shit, 3 years old. You know what I'm saying? 13 in real life, but shit, 42, shit, who knows? You know what I'm saying? I'm just doing my thing, Creflo, man. I ain't trying to hurt y'all, man. I'm just telling the truth to everybody, man. Being honest with the world, man.
Need live CE?
Some people can't
NetCE now offers unlimited live webinars for mental health professionals. Get All Access Premium. One subscription.
To a fake
all your
God
CE,
or a devil or
just $199 a year.
Accept the
Start learning at netce.com.
And then come up and preach and pray and blaspheme God and mock God and teach kids.
Now we got to go help people customize and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual.
The world is like it is, buying and selling and shit, stealing, killing, destroying, people poor and stuff. Ain't nobody wanting to work.
Only pay for what you need.
Because none of y'all pastors got no trade like welding or this and that there, because you just you can't work and be no pastor. No
Imagine getting married on a Saturday.
Take care of your house and
Follow
work.
a divorce
12,
on Monday. Because
18 hours.
your husband's boyfriend
16.
announced that they've been fucking around for the past 3 years.
Wow, I did not expect to hear that. This your boy Papa Duck, man, back with another video. I know y'all miss me, but if you follow me on my other social medias, you know I was on the road in Tallahassee from Wednesday till late last night, all right? But listen, make sure you go to ubuntuapparel.com, grab you some gear, man. That's how y'all...
Man, see, that's another problem, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting on this, man, or nothing like that. But how you gonna come on and talk about Ubuntu apparel shirts? Man, we don't know what kind of material the shirt made out of. And don't nobody know what Ubuntu stand for. I know you burn too, that's what you mean. You know what I'm saying? But then goddamn, man. You know what I'm saying? Once you put the shit in a store, man, get a shop with clothes, not just your own clothes, with everybody's clothes in it. You know what I'm saying? Nike, Puma. You know what I'm saying? Stop saying everybody messed over y'all. You know what I'm saying? Half of us don't want to work, man. Lazy or just don't want to work. You know what I'm saying? Pissed off with the system so bad that they just don't want to work. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't work for some of the minimum wages either when you got people out here call themselves movie stars and rappers and singers and stuff like that getting 50, 60, 70 million dollars for 5 players on a fucking football team. You know what I'm saying? And it's 50 billion people in the world. You know what I'm saying? You can say 8 billion times 8 billion. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody know how many people in 24 regions with 24 time clocks starting and stopping at the same time. You know what I'm saying? 24 regions now. You know how many planes in the air at one time? You know what I'm saying? At any second or hour of the day. How many planes need to be monitored and escorted where they going and coming and landing into? Do you realize how many planes taking off? Not just LA, but New York, Chicago, every major city, major airport. 2 or 3, some cities got 2 or 3 airports. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, man, this buying and selling and, bragging on, man, you can't buy and sell, man. Ain't nobody trying to buy something that they can't see. And ain't nobody trying to go to your website and look at it. You know what I'm saying? That's too much work. You know what I'm saying? When you can just walk in Wieners, JCPenney, Sears, Roebuck, Dillard's, and just get you what you want. You know what I'm saying? Foot Locker, you know what I'm saying? Academy. And if Academy ever get back strong like it used to be, You know what I'm saying? Walmart messed that up when they went 24 hour and became big old super Walmart and didn't last long. I knew it wasn't gonna last long because they were paying too many people. And you had checkers taking an hour with it to work on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? When I see it lay in store like they do, everything that God prosper you. And that's all the clothes, that's all the shoes, that's all the cars, that's all the trucks, that's everything that you sell or rent out. And you can rent without no money too. You know what I'm saying? Because we need farm equipment, welding equipment, and you don't need to pay for that shit outright. Because if you pay for it and don't nobody come to your class, or you can't get no electricity to run all the machines, then you stuck with a whole bunch of machines and nobody to teach. You know what I'm saying? And we need welders, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to tell you, the white dudes that's out there, that's supervisors and welders, know that we don't have enough of them. We ain't got enough regular black dudes that don't claim to be African, because I ain't never seen a regular African welder. And then, you know, Chinese, Japanese, you ain't never really seen no Chinaman or no Japanese man. Now you seen a lot of Mexicans, a lot of Hispanics, you know what I'm saying? That's mixed with white, black, Mexican, Puerto Rican, anything we got coming in and out of here. The Cuban, you know what I'm saying? Jamaican, you know what I'm saying? British, Arabian, Indian, American Indian, you know what I'm saying? Just mixed up again, you know what I'm saying? But like I say, man, we don't brag on money in heaven. Money ain't something we trying to keep around, man. It ain't something we trying to hold on to. We ain't trying, we don't care, you know what I'm saying, about how women or men feel about no more money. You know what I'm saying? We care about no more killing, stealing, destroying prematurely, going and getting insurance policies on people and killing them and stuff like that, having them killed and stuff like that. All because, somebody putting a price on your head because they think you worth killing. Like murdering Jesus and then preaching about it. And trying to get people to join so you can do them to sacrifice them the same way. And preach about it, you know what I'm saying? Eating blood that God told you not to eat. Shit like that.
All can help me with this journey, all right? And I'm gonna keep dropping these videos, all right? That what I just showed y'all. You must understand one thing. I always tell y'all that to us, the people, the world is going up shit creek. But to the ones who's governing the world and making sure things are running the way they're running, they are running just fine to them people. You must understand, you can't...
Man, stop saying them people. God is running this motherfucker fine. It ain't no them people. Adam doing his motherfucking job, sitting here on the motherfucking throne. Stop sitting up here lying and bypassing the real deal and tell the goddamn truth, nigga. You know what's going on.
Build a family and a culture that benefits from destroying it. If they wanted us to have a better family foundation in this culture that we live in, that we don't control, trust me, it'll be that. There's so many ways and examples, and they put stuff on us. This, it's your sexual preference. It's okay to do that. At what cost? It's okay to do what you want to do, but why would they want to promote same sex? No disrespect, but at what cost?
Man, good as well, same sex ain't no goddamn godly thing. That ain't no issue, man. Same sex ain't no issue. You know what I'm saying? You can't make no baby with two women. And two men can't make no baby. So that's not an argument or a Bible scholars think tank. You know what I'm saying?
Cost will culture or family or just the world, at what cost will it cost us to do that? Now, I would hate for this to happen to anybody. On your wedding day?
So when a client comes to us with an ask to launch an influencer marketing campaign, the process is pretty streamlined. So
side dude just pull up, I've been with your old man, your whoever. Man, come on, bro. But you must understand, you cannot benefit, you cannot build a family and a culture that benefits from destroying it. And that's just not one thing, that's for everything, right? You cannot be healthy in a culture, right, that benefits from you being sick.
Okay, you can't be, like you say, you can't, if you can't be being sick, you know what I'm saying, and benefit, you know what I'm saying, the culture benefit off you. You know what I'm saying? You can't not have a job. You can't be on the air all the time doing a podcast or having a platform for YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Depending on money from them, you know what I'm saying? That ain't godly. That ain't godly because you got to accept the mark of the beast, and that's the devil. And that's Satan, and that's them demons, you know what I'm saying? You know what evolve it is? Just an underdeveloped food. You know what I'm saying? Develop. Think about develop. Devil eloped. Devil eloped. You know what I'm saying? Married Satan, had demons, and called himself having a family. But he used us. You know what I'm saying? He know it. So, you know, I ain't gonna judge him, you know what I'm saying? But those who know they are used by him and like organized criminalization and just doing stupid shit like you talking about right now, they don't understand. You know what I'm saying?
All
Y'all
this
might
stuff
be
is so
lost.
simple, basic math. The problem we have is we are too separated as people. We don't come together. How could you come together in a culture that benefits from y'all being divided? You see what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We have to be divided though, cuz we gotta be divided. We can't be together. We can't be one crew. Man, I love the shit out of the dudes I worked with when I was a plant operator making metal. I love the shit out of my big brothers, man. That was my co-worker. When I was 20 years old and they were 40, 42 and 47 and, you know, 55, shit like that. And I'm working with them old men making metal, making gold, making magnesium, making milk of magnesia for you, you know, for medication if you got gas and all kinds of shit with the byproducts of all kinds of different metals. And for your cars and your car engines and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? From cast iron to stainless steel. You know what I'm saying? I welded it, I made it, you know what I'm saying? And I know the process because I'm am God. You know what I'm saying? Am. That's add whatever you want to because you're a creator. If you can make love, you're a creator. You know what I'm saying? You created the world because Adam was with Enoch for so long. Now I'm going to name my grandson Enoch Casey. Enoch Casey. Enoch. And that's it. We got no girls. And we got heavenly. We got harmony. We got this, that. Now, we cooking with grease. And we got the welding school. We got instructors for the next 3 generations. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all gotta help me out here, man. Like, come on, y'all feel where I'm coming from. The people be talking about the problem is we're letting people who are strategically and by, on purpose is going to make sure that we're dumb, deaf, and blind. We can't let these people educate us. We can't leave our...
Man, I hear you. I ain't gonna let no Rudy Poo educate me. No fake preachers, no fake teachers. I ain't gonna let none of that educate me. And if I could help it, I ain't gonna let them educate none of the gods. I ain't gonna say followers of gods or servants of God or none of that. Anybody who know they can look in the mirror and see God in the mirror. And know Adam is God's name. You ain't gotta say your name Adam or you in Adam or you in Jesus. Because Jesus ain't even spelled J-E-S-U-S. Because I can't make no sentence with J-E-S-U-S knowing that United States is the U.S. they talking about. You know what I'm saying? Jerica, Jerry, Rebecca, and Jericho is how I would have named it. And I probably did. You know what I'm saying? If you know me.
News in these people's hands, our food, financial systems, just you can't leave shit in these people's hands because they're going to make sure that we're dumb, deaf, and blind.
No, they ain't. No, they can't keep the news from you, man. Right now, they keeping news from you because y'all ain't got y'all regular local channels and y'all city channels and y'all state channels and y'all international channels. You don't have it like that no more. Channel 13, 11, 12, 9. You ain't got them numbers no more. It ain't just set up to have 13 numbers no more. There's 13 channels. So we got 24 regions with 24 time clocks. That's 24 different television stations playing a different movie or a different cartoon or a different thing at a different time. So that's why when I do these, I really ain't expecting nobody to hear me. I expect people to hear me while I'm talking now without being recorded, see me recorded, see me live or nothing. You hear me talking now, just like a line. Walking in line, then knowing you cool with everything in there. Or walking in a badass dog pen and never get barked at one time by the worst dog. That's God. You know what I'm saying? What I expect out of y'all, I expect y'all to expect that from me. Have them same expectations out of me. And I'm with getting together with some people. Not no whole bunch of people calling ourselves no group or no Black Panther Party or no KKK or no, this, that, and that, and no organized crime organizations or cool clubs or gangs or whatever we want to call. You know what I'm saying? I ain't with none of that. It's God, Adam, and Jesus. And that's just the word of God, every letter, the alphabet. You know what I'm saying? Every one of y'all words. And that's y'all name. You know what I'm saying?
But if you think about it, like I say, this is across the board. We go on and on and on. You see what I'm saying? How could you have nice children in a culture that benefits from them being...
The culture don't benefit. You keep on saying the culture gonna benefit from us having bad kids and not teaching them right and shit. You keep on throwing that in our face. But really, we ain't that. We the opposite. We godly. We not your devil dude or your Satan dude. You know what I'm saying? We real, man. We ain't sitting up here playing with you. We ain't sitting up here lying to you. Now, I'm just knowing that they ain't showing this. But they probably is. It's probably a movie about me right now, just showing and me talking in my living room looking stupid in a motherfucker. But the word of God is foolishness to those who are perishing. That's dead every day, dying every day, lazy, don't get up and go do nothing. Just expect people to come home with the money and pay for what they need. You know what I'm saying? Never get out and work for it. You know what I'm saying? That's where we're going. To people that just ain't gonna work and don't want to do. You know what I'm saying? But then that's what we hoping we don't run into ever again. Cause that's what we got. That's what we got to this time. But it was just a couple of families, linked into the whole family. And you had several people. They all had good jobs or good, talents. But most of them didn't have degrees or certificates, which they did not need. Don't nobody had to pay for college education, junior college education, trade school education, job corps education, military education. Don't nobody had to pay for none of that stuff, man. Public school is all we really ever had till money got involved. Then market, stock market, stocks and bonds. Then, in the 90s, we went up to 401k to make y'all think y'all was regular blue collar, white collar worker. And you could be blue collar and look like you white collar. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I walked out. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know how I got carried out or whatever I did. You know what I'm saying? I hit that life flight and all that is all she wrote.
Disruptive, or from them being violent. They make money off of this. Not only that, they create slaves.
Yeah, they can make money off of it if you're fool enough to go out there and make another movie called Ghetto. What was it? Boys in the Hood. If we do that, we'll start a whole World War Nothing, but a whole bunch of foolish stuff. We'll be looking stupid, and God won't even allow us to talk straight. You know what I'm saying? If we do that, because God ain't confound y'all language. God founded y'all a language. Don't be sitting up there trying to say God confused y'all language. Don't lie on God no more.
Or the earlier you are, the longer they can have you. You gotta understand, bro. And I'm gonna keep saying it so you start to get it in your mind. Don't worry about no politics, it's all BS. Don't worry about the White House, it's all BS. Worry about the grassroots and the foundation to why we have the issues we have, and they are very small. The biggest issue is we are not consolidated. We are divided. Biggest problem right there, because we can't come together on the issues that we share. Let me say that again. We're so divided till we can't come together to fight these motherfuckers on the issues that we all share.
Man, yeah, you can. You get on one accord of what y'all talk about. See, I come to your page and it say you could be anything positive in a culture that benefits from keeping it negative. See, you keeping it negative for you promoting negativity. What you got on your that is promoting negativity. You can't build anything positive. Now you say you can't build anything positive in a culture that benefits from keeping it negative. You got a good title, but it's a negative title. You know what I'm saying? And you talk negative on the negative side. You talk on the devil's side, like God ain't got no side, or really ain't God, so you don't fool with God, or God ain't somebody you fool with. You fool with them other dudes, Jakes and all them there, with lies and the war against God and the murder of Jesus and shit like that. How you gonna brag on that and make money every Sunday and Wednesday night? That's our problem. You know what I'm saying? Then our problem is all these people that work at Sonic, you know what I'm saying, McDonald's, Walmart, Target, all the good clothing stores that you got, them people don't make but $7, $8 an hour, man. $11 an hour, $12 an hour. You know they don't make no 30 and 40. That's what I was making as a welder and a chemist. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't paying me but $24 to $48, depending on how they felt and if they wanted to give it to me. You know what I'm saying? Gave me double time one time for 7 years. Then took it back, and then when I asked my buddy, my co-worker, do he remember when we lost our double time? He don't even remember losing it one day, and he still worked for the company. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? It ain't that, you know what I'm saying, God tripping, you know what I'm saying, taking away money and all that. But we don't need to make no paycheck, man. We don't need to make individual paychecks or be individually, you know what I'm saying, set apart on pay scales. You know what I'm saying? We don't need no pay scale. We don't need no money being involved with nothing we do, because we'll mess up and blow this world up again. You know what I'm saying? From jealousy and envy on somebody making more than you, or having something better than you got, or you don't want to work for them because they black, or you don't want to work for them because they white. Either one. That's the problem we got.
Yeah, we all share the same issue. No matter how they exploit blacks, everybody commit crimes. Blacks ain't the only people that commit crimes. We're just the only ones they display. We are the ones that are picked at and pointed at, and it teaches.
No, we the only ones go out there and act a fool and show it, and let them show us on a movie doing it. Well, that's our problem. We the only ones be a fool enough to show Friday and be waiting on the next Friday, and be waiting on the next Friday, and sitting up there bragging on how much money somebody turned down that don't want to play Friday and play a dope head.
It's us not to trust each other, and it also teach other coaches not to trust us because they see that.
It ain't that we don't need to trust each other. We do need to trust each other, but we need to be honest with each other and
black people
honor
don't commit
each other.
those crimes. Black people aren't the ones that's on welfare the most and getting different programs and stuff like this. It's not, bro.
No, it sure ain't. I agree with you right there. It ain't just black folk. It's white folk too. But the way the system's set up, you know what I'm saying? You know it's about population. It's population control. How many blacks have, how many whites have, how many Mexicans have, how many. That's the count, man. That's the count. You know how many we got? That's all your job worry about. They don't worry about your paycheck while you working. They don't worry about how much they paying you. And they don't need to. They don't need to worry about how much they charging each one of them blocks that's within the plants. Them byproducts, that acid, that chlorine, that metal, that Clorox, that, you know what I'm saying, all that stuff, Versine, food grade product, you know what I'm saying, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't no money need to be gave to us. We just need to enjoy the merchandise. Like I say, the harvest is plentiful. We make a lot of stuff. Every day we go to work. Some people going to work. Majority of the people going to work. But the places they allow you to see in the podcast and the platform they allow you to see. You know what I'm saying? Your subscriber gonna be what they choose for you, not what you choose for you. You know what I'm saying? And what you say, if it's good, it's been heard. You know what I'm saying? Because the mind of God is telepathic. The Holy Spirit is a ghost. And your shadow is in the mirror as a man, angel, not no devil or Satan or no damn beast. You know what I'm saying? We pray to thank the prey that we eat. And we don't pray for wild animals to be evil or bacon to be evil. Or nothing like that. We might pray to keep the weight off us, Dad. If we eat right, we'll keep the weight. And it don't matter how much bacon you eat or how much sausage you eat. It really don't matter. No, you shitting on regular, you know what I'm saying, and drinking a little wine or liquor from time to time. You know what I'm saying? You're going to pass urine and you're going to pass feces. And that's it. Feces. You know what I'm saying? Feces. That's Christians that steal money from God. Feces. And I ain't seeing Christ, no bad person or shitty or nothing like that. But y'all know how y'all treated him. And y'all know y'all wasn't supposed to honor him, love him, and all that by hanging him on no cross as no snake. And then preaching about it and making money on it for so long without feeling bad about it and checking yourself in as a criminal, organized criminal.
That's by design, because the same motherfuckers that's lying to y'all, they lying to us too. We all share the same problem, but yet we're so divided. Therefore, we can't come together to fight the same monster.
We ain't gotta fight them, man. We should tell the goddamn truth.
Here at Renewal by Anderson, you can replace your windows and doors right now.
Yeah, you feel badass.
And for this month only, you won't pay.
For what?
Fucking all of us.
What?
But again, you can't build something that another culture, the most dominant culture, the ones that's running things, they benefit from it. All the problems we have, they
Man, what, man, why would you let somebody keep benefiting off your neighborhood like that then? Why you keep talking about they benefiting off of it? That's something you should be against. You know what I'm saying? That ain't something you should be promoting. But you promoting it with what you doing. You promoting the bad stuff to happen. Because you all on they shalom. You know what I'm saying? You ain't on God's side not one time. You sitting there, man, I can't be around nobody like you, man. You can't be on no staff of mine. You know what I'm saying? I done worked with blacks, white, Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, all those Spanish, all the islands and shit, islanders, and regular black men and regular white dudes and regular Mexicans are the best welders you gonna ever meet. You ain't gonna see no Chinese, African, you know what I'm saying? You know, none of them really regular welders. And regular black men and regular white men struggle with it. You know what I'm saying? Mexicans pick it up real fast. Blacks pick it up real fast too. But, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta be in the sun all day, every day, and be willing to put the sun in your face all day, every day, knowing that you can get your eyes burnt if it's a crack in that lens. You know what I'm saying? It's like looking at the sun all day, but 130 million times brighter when you welding and you gotta take a star all the way around the sun and call it Earth and call it a piece of pipe. Shit.
benefit from us being on drugs, alcohol. They benefit from us looking at sex as a casual act.
Sex is a casual act. If you married, sex is a casual act. If you married, I can't see you with no wife or no, you know, I can see you with some kids, but I see you being a stepdaddy too. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't see you going to work. I see you on this podcast. And you can't tell me they paying you because they don't pay me. And it'd be wrong for them to pay you if they didn't pay me. And I know YouTube ain't ever gave me a dime.
Bro, you got to start opening your eyes.
Well,
Hopefully this stuff will start making it to the point you'll speak to your neighbor. Because we have to come together, bro. These people strategically keep us divided, and therefore they can keep sliding.
Man, it was strategically planned for us to be where we at today. That's all I can say. You got God, a real God. If you use him, your mind will speed up. You smoke a little weed, your mind will speed up a little better. And now I wouldn't advise drinking liquor. Put you to sleep. You know what I'm saying? But I would advise a little herb. You know what I'm saying? Pleasurable herb. That's what the peace pipe for Indians. You know what I'm saying? Mexicans, black dudes, white dudes, you know what I'm saying? Puerto Ricans.
Things like this in and making us not even understand why we're going through what we're going through, because it's strategically planned through think tanks. I told y'all what think tanks are. Think tanks are some of the smartest fucking people on earth that get
Man, don't nobody care nothing about dictates, don't nobody care nothing about man, it's Adam and Eve, dog. And we the kids of them two right there. All we supposed to do is be godly, heavenly, and holy, and be filled with this ghost of God. The ghost of God is you. And God is in you. You can see God in the mirror, but he gonna look like you, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to preach this every day, all day for y'all to get it. You know what I'm saying? All I do is put myself in jeopardy every day for somebody to come do something stupid to me because I'm telling the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Together and come up with curriculums and strategies and belief systems and all the above to keep us dumb, deaf, and blind, man. Let's say on her wedding day, the side dude popped up. Not the side dude they say he was messing with her. He was messing with her soon to be husband. But not no more. They ain't even make it that far. That's crazy. But like I say, these people make sure that we're living artificial. And artificial is becoming official, meaning Fake shit is becoming the real. Everything is backwards. Everything is backwards. Nothing.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't. It ain't backwards. You looking at it backwards because you put it backwards. Like your title. You talk about it backwards. You know what I'm saying? You building something positive for the benefits of somebody keeping it negative. Because that's all you talk about, the negative side of it. You don't ever talk about what if we do away with money, what if God right? You know what I'm saying? And money is the root of all evil. And we ain't supposed to be no usury, you know what I'm saying? That's taxes, you know what I'm saying? Interest, loans, mortgages, all that. You know what I'm saying? Shit, if you forced to agree to it, then you gotta agree to it. God ain't gonna be mad at you for that. But then if you know better and you let them know ahead of time, things should go easy for you. And you shouldn't have no problem with people when you tell them the truth and you honest with them.
Thing is going the way it should go. And when you bring that type of chaotic behavior to a culture, bro, what you expect gonna happen? What you expect gonna happen? When women are more catering to their looks or their beauty, leading with beauty.
That is what a man wants, man. If I got a wife, I want her to be pretty enough for men to want her. Yes, not sexually or nothing, no. Because if they know me, they should know that's my woman I'm with. And should respect that. And me, vice versa. I'm going to respect all men and they women. Because I feel like I'm the father. And I ain't going to never mess with my son's wife, girlfriend, or nothing he had. My daddy either. You know what I'm saying? I went through that process as a young man. You know what I'm saying? Getting caught up. But I ain't getting caught up in that as an old man. You know what I'm saying? So relationship probably shouldn't be no problem, man. Shouldn't be no problem. Shouldn't be no problem relationship-wise, because God is just simply, Adam and Eve, you know what I'm saying, and they ghosts, you know what I'm saying, and all of us are just ghosts of other children and men and women that was ancestors that died and passed away. Like I say, Enoch, seventh from Adam, is a lie. Enoch right there, that's Cain's son. Enoch, Cain's son. What I'm gonna wait on Jared to have a baby for and name him something so he'll be close to Jesus with a name that's messed up, but they spelled it J-E-S-U-S instead of G-Z and calling it God's us and us gods. See, there ain't no A through Z gotta be used, man. But they don't know how to number 2611, and that's how old I was when I left.
With looks, guys leading with their money. These things don't build promising foundations. And like I say, when you in a society where you see this left, right, down, everywhere you look, everyone's training everyone to do this. Everyone is brainwashing everyone to do this. Because she doing it, then you start doing it. He doing it, he gonna start doing it. We all doing it. Because I told you, when your oppressor or the people that is governing your life does something to you, to the point you start doing it to yourself, you have then became in partnership with your own oppressor, because now you're working for them. You're doing what they taught you to do in ways you don't even think they taught you. Every time you watch TV, you see that pretty girl with that makeup. Why refinance?
No, see, you got me wrong on that. You know what I'm saying? So the woman with makeup don't turn God on. God don't look for no woman with makeup, and money ain't something God turn on.
Every time you go in the store, you see somebody on a box. Every time you look around, so it start to train you that this got to be what beauty looks like.
See, that's where you tell yourself that ain't beauty, man. God don't think like you, man. God don't think like you, dog. God do not think like you, Papa does. Don't think like you. Because number one, you know what I'm saying, God will be on the job welding, right now, or operating a plant, you know what I'm saying, making metal or making some byproduct of metal. You know what I'm saying, gold or whatever. All metals for engines and the car itself, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, like I say, if I thought like you, I'd be on TV every day, live, you know what I'm saying, 5 times a week, this and that there, you know, getting paid by YouTube like you. You know what I'm saying? I don't worry about no money, I don't worry about no paycheck. God take care of me just fine. Now when he shut the door in my face at the bank and tell me they can't help me no more cause I chose God, then and they admit to that they the devil and they organized crime is something that they deal with and they gonna stick with it, then I'll walk out their office and, you know, say something to God that'll start a whole goddamn chain reaction of a whole bunch of shit.
And once you intake that and start doing it to yourself, you just became in partnership with your oppressor. And now you're going to work for him because you're going to be doing it to everybody who sees you do it. And they're going to be doing it to everybody who they see do it. And this is how strategically, remember I told you think tanks, this is how strategically they can implement things in our lives and we'll take it and run with it, not even knowing this is a trap.
No, it ain't. Man, there's a whole bunch of things we do, man. Kids got cartoon characters that they play like and mimic after. We got characters that we play like and mimic after. We got movie stars we look up to. We got people in prison and in jail we look up to. And we got people, you know what I'm saying, that's in sports that we look up to. But they don't look up to you because you ain't nobody. Man, you go to your hometown and look for your kin folks at 60 years old. You ain't got none, man. All your classmates gone and dying as we speak. You know what I'm saying? So the only people that really supposed to be at work is a man 40, 30, 20, 19, you know what I'm saying? 18, you know what I'm saying? 17, 16. They supposed to be working. You know what I'm saying?
Benefit from women wanting to look beautiful, throwing all the other important things out the window. Like, as long as I look beautiful, I don't have to do that, or I don't have to do that. It ain't even your fault. I have a very good understanding of what goes on in this world. It ain't your fault. You're just living in a world that's governed by people that's going to make sure you're dumb, deaf, and...
That's you, dog. That's you. That's your mentality, man. That's your mentality. That's your mentality. The world don't make you dumb, man. Them cartoons are making kids smarter and smarter every day. You got ABC. If you watch some of the kids stuff, you'll get better. You know what I'm saying? You might even find a woman and fall in love with her and have a kid and watch cartoons with that kid. Because I don't think you do none of that, and it don't seem like you got a daddy you hang out with and talk to, and you know, I don't know how you was with your kids when they were little. You know, I see them in the car with you sometimes, you know what I'm saying? While you talking with the same stuff you talking about now, you know what I'm saying? You stop complaining, man, and go on work, you know what I'm saying? Everybody go out there and work, then the stuff you talking about, everybody start doing, they'll see you working, and they'll start working too. Ain't nobody gonna work if you complaining about, you know, you ain't got no money or you trying to sell t-shirts, and we got a world that's got poor and needy people and preachers stealing money, and on top of that, you stealing money, you know what I'm saying, by buying and selling the t-shirts, you know what I'm saying?
Blind, but you better wake your ass up, because like they say in the law, ignorance is no excuse. Just because you were ignorant to something or don't know something.
See, ignorance on boy, that's a word that ain't even in the Bible, man. Adam threw that shit out just then. I just threw that shit out, man. I threw it out a long time ago. But ignorance, man, that's ignoring God. Ignorance ain't no you didn't know, motherfucker. That ain't number one lie in that goddamn garden. And the devil told that I didn't want Eve to know. You know what I'm saying? that she was God, you know what I'm saying, and to know good and evil. That's the only thing that gossiping, ghost spelling motherfucker could say. And if that's your dad and you know him personally, I can see why you keep coming back at me with bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's God, man. This ain't no devil.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And this is why I do videos like this, because I want you to think from a more simplistic standpoint. Nothing about what we go through is, so far-fetched.
Man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Looking in the mirror and seeing yourself and telling yourself you God is far-fetched from a motherfucker yesterday who didn't even know they was God. You know what I'm saying? You know, before them towers got ran into in 2001, I was dead in 96. I was dead, buried, paid my folks insurance, and paid them to keep me shut. You know what I'm saying? Keep my mouth shut. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking I'm living a normal life, and I got the whole world against me. And I'm God. I'm Jesus. And I can prove it. I'm Adam that walked with my grandfather Enoch till I spelled my name Enoch. Enoch C-H, Christ heaven. God heaven is enough. I done had enough. I got enough workers. I got enough servants. I come up every day as the sun, 7:30 in the morning, 6:30, 7:30 in the morning. I hear the bus blow the horn for the little man next door. You know what I'm saying? Used to be scared of shit, but I ain't scared of shit no more. Just miss my grandkids. That's it. That's all God meant. His grandkids that Bill Winston with his $1 million ass, lying ass, stealing ass, from God stealing ass. You know what I'm saying? Lied about God and his grandkids. I'm a God ain't got no grandkids. I know he feels stupid now.
When you break it down the way I break it down, because all this stuff is across the board. Everything that is screwed up about us in this culture, from same sex, they even got states where cousins can marry cousins. Who in the
man, damn, cuz, how many times, man, I tell you, man, if you would just read the Bible and say, come out of that kind of shit. It'll say, come out of that kind of shit. And it say, that's what I meant when I told Eve, don't eat of the fruit in the midst of the garden. I ain't mean don't eat the physical apple. I meant don't listen to the gossip, slander, sabotage. And that was probably the devil's so-called gospel he was getting ready to start telling her. But no, it wasn't that close in it. What you call it? It wasn't that close.
The fuck would even sit down and write that in as a thing? And if you ever bred dogs, I used to have a kennel. Shouts out to my dog, Big Wee. We used to have a kennel together. And you can't inbreed dogs. And if you do, they become loony. So now you're gonna have a family lineage of same bloodlines, and along that line, that shit gonna get so screwed up. Who would even allow this to happen? You got to remember, the people that's running the world are some demonic motherfuckers. They don't have a soul.
And no, you're a lie. The people that's running the world, God and the children of God. The devil and his people ain't got no love, ain't got no power, dude. And I don't keep people that make hate and goddamn gossip and shit like that when they so-called make love. That ain't the love that I want to take over the world. Or, work for me and I trust the gas that they make. Or I trust the cars that they make. Or I trust the telepathic goddamn materials and security and protection that we got. Because, shit, we got, AAA, you know what I'm saying? That ain't just insurance, you know what I'm saying? That's stars, that's satellites. And then you got, you know what I'm saying, GPS, CPS, you know what I'm saying, PPP, you know what I'm saying, you got heaven, God's heaven, and you got Christ's heaven. You know what I'm saying, you got all of us. You know what I'm saying, you got all lovers, you know what I'm saying. We run the world, man. Ain't no evil. It is some evil people that's got some control of YouTube and shit like that, because I know they'd have sent me a check if they knew who I was. But the reason they don't send me one, I think, is because of who I am. So that's why, I don't judge them or nothing like that. Because if I was getting paid, I wouldn't be talking the same way I'm talking. I wouldn't feel the same way I feel. If I was getting paid, I'd probably be more like you. You know what I'm saying? You'd accepted that mark. And you got that mark on you, because I know how you feel about your Ubon too. Clothing line, you know what I'm saying? And all you gotta do is put it in a store.